All right, shalom, shalom. Kohaloyim la Yahweh Bashim Yom Shai Bashim Rakakodash. Kohaloyim Yahweh Bashim Yom Shai Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, which are the men that rule well and the men who taught us his truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. All right, just making this video real quick. Lord willing, the title will be Faith Will Flourish, and that's inspired by the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter. All right, this precept came to mind as I was meditating upon the fact that, just in this life, man, in this walk of ours, man, we hold the greatest gift knowing that we're Israelites, man. We hold that gift knowing that we're Israelites, that are in the truth, in the know. It's more than just knowing that we're Israelites, but nonetheless, that's a great gift within itself, right? And what really inspired this lesson is, I was having a talk with someone, speaking about how, the real Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and we live in a world where that's not accepted. We live in a world where we can't even proclaim that unless we're out there teaching. We can't proclaim that in our daily walk and at work and things like that. But, the beautiful thing is that the truth of who we are is going to be revealed, man. That's why I titled it Faith Will Flourish, because of what's written in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and because, the truth will come out, man. The truth made us free. The truth is beautiful. Okay, it's a part of prophecy. The Great Awakening, man. It's amazing. It's very motivating to just think about it. I can't even fully express it in words. How I feel, that feeling when you first wake up to the true knowledge that you're an Israelite. It's overwhelming sometimes. That's why I just titled it Faith Will Flourish, and I'm just gonna read precepts because I can't even completely portray, how I feel in words. All right, it's just a spirit. Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, because the Lord, he gave Habakkuk certain prophecies, right? Certain visions, because that's the word there for visions is chazon, which means prophecies, right? Prophecies, the oracles of the Most High, the visions, right? And one of those prophecies is the Great Awakening of the Israelites, and it's an amazing thing that's taking place, and that has been taking place for these past decades, and it's a beautiful thing because we know it's a sign of the times, and I'm not to mention that it's a spirit, man, on the way home. Another reason I was inspired to make this lesson, I was on the way home, and I saw the moon. It was red. I believe it was an eclipse today. And it just reminded me, hey, man, the Lord said there'll be signs in the skies and great wonders in heaven. And then I'm just, feeling it, man. I'm feeling good, man. That the faith is flourishing, man. Our faith is flourishing. The elect is waking up. The elect is being sealed. Hey, man, beautiful things are happening, man. So it says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? Those prophecies are for an appointed time. And that prophecy of the elect waking up is happening now. That prophecy of the elect being sealed, the Israelites waking up, the righteous man standing up in great boldness, us increasing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, the words of the Lord being brought out, nonstop, day in, day out, right? In season, out of season, like it says in Psalms, day unto day uttereth speech, right? The preachers, man, the teachers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? That's happening now. It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, right? Because the prophets are going to speak and they're not going to lie. All right, that's why we're waking up. That's why I'm able to make this lesson, because we have the Rakakodash upon us once again, man. All right? At one point in time, we was lost without it. But now, we got Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in the name of the Holy Spirit, man. All right? Bashim Rakakodash. Now we got it back. We good. Okay? We teaching. We preaching. We can read the scriptures again and understand it. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right? The prophecies aren't going to tarry. And we're at that period right now, too, because it came a point to where none of the prophecies are stopping, man. Everything is just going forward, man. Everything is nonstop. Everything is moving way faster now than ever before. And it's a beautiful thing. We got the end time prophecies happening, It's just a lot of spiritual signs that I've received today. Not even just numbers, just seeing things in my daily walk, my in my daily walk, my daily life, certain carnal things, certain errands I had to go run, and I just saw so much spiritual things and had spiritual talks with, my brother or my woman. I haven't had a chance to express these spiritual things, that I like how I'm like, I haven't had an opportunity to express these things in a video, because that's what I really wanted to do. I didn't want to just talk about these things with my family. I wanted to make a lesson on that video. That's what I'm doing now. It says, let me see, because what the prophecies, that's the main thing I want to harp on is the prophecies. You got the end time prophecies happening now, man. Because you had the Great Awakening that happened back in the day, by Elder High Priest Abba Bivens, and then on down. And what, man? Next is the end time prophecies. Now we got the C-hit prophecy, all right, the Mark of the Beast, and World War III, man. Those are the major things that we're waiting on. And then what? Then Yahweh Shai comes, right? That's what we're waiting on, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's not tarrying now, man. This is only a matter of time, all right? It says, verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, talking about Esau, Edom, right? Because the devil's going to come down with great wrath, like Revelations 12 says, right? It says, but here's the point, but the just shall live by his faith. Because it's all about the Israelites that have awakened and that are part of the elect, man. The just, the righteous are going to live by faith. Who are the righteous? Those that believe in Yahweh Shai, those that have faith in Yahweh Shai, Romans 3, all right, and 20 and on, okay? It's a beautiful thing, man. The just are going to live by his faith, man. That's why I titled it Faith Will Flourish, because we're living in that time of faith flourishing. And it all ties in. That's why I spoke about these different prophecies, because you can't talk about one without the other, man. All right? You can't talk about the Israelites waking up without talking about Yahweh Shai bringing the kingdom too. You got to talk about that, man. Hey, the everything, man. It's always a hot topic, man. I don't ever get tired about talking about this. That's why we talk about the same things every week. We sound like broken records because this song is amazing. We love to put this new song on repeat, man. The scriptures speak about that new song. They sung a new song, right? That's the elect preaching this gospel. That's what that's talking about in Revelation. 2 Ezra 6 and 8. Everyone knows this one, right? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, right? Meaning that when Esau is in rulership, which he is right now, pursuing the Job 9 and 24, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Because what? Esau is the end of an era. That's what that means by end of the world, because it's not like the world's going to be destroyed, after Esau. No, because that doesn't make any sense. How would the kingdom of heaven come? Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. How do we know that? Well, what does the book of Revelation say? Let me get that really quickly. Just to prove that point, the scriptures say, prove all things, man. Oh, man. Yep, Revelation chapter 5 and 10. Book of Revelation 5 verse 10. And has made us, let me see, verse 9. And they sung a new song. I just quoted that. That's the spirit, man. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book and to open the seals thereof. For thou wast slain and hast redeemed us to, and hast redeemed us to the Most High by thy blood, Salakia, out of every kindred and tongue and people and nation. Right. That's how you know that salvation, it's talking only for Israel. Speaking of Salakia, that's how you know salvation is only for Israel. All right. Because what? Out of every kindred, nation, and tongue, right? Yahweh Shai is only going to redeem the Israelites, man. Right? So it says, and has made us unto our power kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. That's talking about the kingdom of heaven. That reign, that rulership is going to be on earth. You see? That's why Esau is the end of an era, of a time period. He had his time to rule. That's the time of the Gentiles, man. The time of the heathen to rule, right? It says, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? Because the kingdom of heaven is going to be for Jacob, the sons of Jacob, all right? It's going to be only for Israel. Of course, every other nation is going to be there, all right? But what? Salak, it's a little late, but well, to me, it says, I was saying, the kingdom, everybody's going to be in the kingdom, but we're actually going to be the ones that are benefiting from the riches. We're going to have the fatness. It's going to be our turn to have that full-on rulership for eternity, right? But what? Like I said, the topic is faith will flourish. Or, the just shall live by faith. Once that deliverance comes, then will be that, that nation of kings and priests on earth, man. All right. But right now, we're living in that. And I'm going to skip down to verse 24 because this chapter is, I had to bring out those two precepts because we're talking about Jacob here. All right. And what's next? Before Jacob rules, all right, we have to go through this time frame. OK, that time frame of what? You got Jacob's trouble, which is more prophecies. All right. You got the hour of temptation, the mark of the beast. And you got the World War III. You got the second coming of Yahweh Shai, right? That's Esau's end of the world when Yahweh Shai actually comes back, and Jacob comes right after. But I'm gonna skip down to verse 24. It says, "And at that time, this is Salakia. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these things that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." Right? Because even in that time frame to this time frame, right? That's old, man. All right, that's a world within itself. That time frame where Israelites are still mortal, when we're still dying as men. Right? Because what did Yahweh Bashem Yahushai tell us in Psalms, man, 82 and 6? It says, "I have said ye are gods, but ye shall die like men." Roughly paraphrasing. That's an era within itself, because when we finally reach that immortality that Paul spoke about, and that the scriptures speak about, that Jeremiah 31:31, Hebrews the 8th chapter, or Apostle Paul touched on it in 1 Corinthians 15, right? That's a whole nother era. That's another era that will never end. You go to the book of Daniel, it talks about how the saints will take the kingdom, right? It says, "In the end of your world, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth." Right? Because Yahushua said there'll be some here that will not taste death. It says, "And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." Right? All that garbage that the covering cast, man, is broken now. It's going to be done away with completely. That covering cast, that there's only, the people in the land right now are the real Israelites and things like that. But no, man, now that's going to be done away with. And it's going to be beautiful, because we'll be able to be ourselves. You can't be yourself in this world. Truthfully speaking, you at some point in time, you got to suppress who you really are, which is a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Hebrew Israelite. All right? You have to suppress those things, and it's finally going to be put out, man. It's going to be beautiful. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." Ooh, I cannot wait for that. It says, "As for faith, it shall flourish." Right? Faith is flourishing right now, man. All right? That's what's going to happen, man. Faith is going to flourish before, all right, that destruction comes. All right? The elect's faith is going to flourish. "Corruption shall be overcome." Right? Corruption is being overcome right now too. Okay? You got us overcoming this world by way of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's what Revelations, the 5th chapter, was talking about. We sung that, and you were singing that new song. We've overcome him that's in the world through Yahweh Shai. "And the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared." Man, that's beautiful. And what's one of the main things that you see happening right now? That one of the prophecies that you see happening. Let's get it in the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." Right? That's what you see happening now, man. The righteous man is standing in great boldness and declaring the truth. You know, that's why it says, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And we're declaring the truth, man. That's the righteous man standing in great boldness. That's the truth being declared. And this truth is flourishing, man. All right, faith will flourish in these times, brothers and sisters, man. Those few sincere sisters that listen. All right, faith will flourish. Our faith will flourish. These are beautiful times, man. All right, we see the signs, man. All right, you got to keep that faith, man. Allow your faith to flourish, man. All right, and it only happens through trials and tribulations, and that's a topic within itself, man. I just brought these scriptures out. Wanted to speak through the Spirit. Lord will, this was exhorting and edifying, man. All right, never forget, faith will flourish. I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Chakadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of great millstone, which are the men that rule well in the middle, taught us his truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations, as always, to the elect. All right, shalom.